Records of the actual formation of the Karachi Boat Club are not in existence, but the two trademark symbol battalion of the Sherwood Foresters have in their possession a cup, which was won by a four at a regatta held in 1866. Any club that then existed apparently ceased to function, and the club was again formed at a meeting held on 19th July 1881 with the following 15 gentlemen attending and forming the membership of the new club: A. Muckhinch, H. M. Birdwood, C. S. J. Leask, D. McIver, A. Thole, P. Fendale, G. T. Portlock, P. O. Carnegie, W. Cooper, N. Seville, F. C. Constable, Dr. D. O'Sullivan, Capt. W. Weatherall, Major W. Keyes and H. M. Thompson. A boat house was constructed on land reclaimed from the marshes at the side of the China Creek. With further reclamation and extension of premises from time to time, the club is still situated on the same site. The first regatta was held on 18th October 1881. The importance of the event may be judged from the fact that the Bank of Bombay and the Agra Bank closed for the day in honor of the occasion, and the local newspaper issued a special morning edition giving details of the races to be held and the names of the crews. In 1883, the club made history by sending a crew to Pune, who won the fours, pairs and sculls against the Pune Boat Club. The honorary secretary of the day, however, did not think this worthy of entering in the club records, and had it not been for the history of the Royal Connaught Boat Club, Pune, the event would have remained forgotten. Membership of the club increased, and from the records it would appear that in 1892 the members were very satisfied with the management of the club. On 1st September 1894, with the assistance of officers and men of H.M. ships in the harbour and the band of the 1st Battalion, the Royal Fusiliers, a water fete was held in honour of the birth of a son to T.R.H., the Duke and Duchess of York. Unfortunately, the records are irritatingly reticent as to the exact nature of many of the features of the fete, and also the names of H.M. ships in the harbour at the time. About the beginning of the century, finances would appear to have been somewhat difficult, as in 1900 it was decided to approach the Karachi Gymkhana with a view to amalgamate, the effort being renewed in 1901. Fortunately for rowing, this came to nothing, as the club has undoubtedly developed far more than it would have done as a subsidiary of the Gymkhana. The buildings and boats suffered badly from cyclones in 1902 and again in 1907. In 1915, for the first time, and thanks largely to the generosity of Mr. T.C. Beaumont, who donated the necessary crockery, etc., a small kitchen was started enabling meals etc. to be supplied to the members. Alterations and small additions continued to be carried out, and again considerable enlargements were made in 1936. This consisted of an extension towards the reclaimed land north of the club and permitted improvements to the veranda and bar, and construction of an office and storerooms. Also in 1936 a garden and lawn were commenced on the reclaimed land adjacent to the club. This was ably planned, supervised and carried out by the then President, Mr. G. H. Rushin, being completed in 1937. Prior to WWII, the largest membership recorded occurred in 1926 when, at the time of the annual general meeting in September of that year, 211 permanent and temporary members were present in the station. In addition, 4 regimental messes and the Royal Air Force mess belonged to the club, with a total of 70 officers, making up a membership of 281. A children's swimming pool was designed by Mr. B. Herman and constructed in 1947. This pool has now been removed, and in its place pagoda-like structures were constructed in 1973 to provide more facilities for members for outdoor enjoyment. In 1954 by 55 a new wing was added at right angles onto the north end of the club, and this enabled major improvements to be made in the dressing room facilities and in the kitchen, and also substantially increased the total numbers which could be accommodated in the building on dance nights and other occasions. In 1955 the number of members resident in Karachi had risen to over 600, and the committee found it necessary to close the club to new membership for a period, as had been found necessary several times since 1948. During the period from 1960 to the end of 1968, many alterations and additions were made to the club premises. These included a new concrete and terrazzo terrace, which extended along the whole length of the club frontage, giving members much greater facilities, especially when attending regattas. A new rowing pontoon was also constructed. Boathouse storage and repair facilities were greatly improved, as were other amenities of the club. Larger and modern kitchen premises were constructed, paved car parking facilities were provided, and the bar and dining areas of the club were enlarged and modernized. In 1967, the club garden was entered into the club and hotel section of the Horticultural Society of Pakistan's annual flower show for the first time, and adjudged second in this section. In 1993, Managing Committee decided to add to the banqueting facilities and also to provide space for card room and a small reading conference room. Groundbreaking ceremony of the project was done in December 1995. The project was completed in 1998, allowing parking space at ground level and a banquet hall, a card room and reading room at first floor. With the above addition, upgrading of kitchen facilities became essential. The kitchen was totally renovated and the most modern kitchen equipment was installed and was inaugurated on 24 November 1999. In order to provide further facilities to its members, a gymnasium was being added in 2002, equipped with the latest exercise machines including treadmills, ellipticals, stationary bicycles, rowing machine, free weights, various resistance and strength training machines, punching bag, etc. In September 2005, the club inaugurated a modern, 6-lane swimming pool overlooking the creek for its members and their families. During the COVID years, the club refurbished its main building, modernizing its exterior facade and uplifting its snack bar and dining facilities. Further, as part of its sustainability initiatives, the club invested in 126 solar panels capable of generating 69 kilowatts energy to take advantage of one of nature's most powerful yet free resources, the energy produced by the sun. More recently, in 2020, the club added a state-of-the-art glass lift for the convenience of its senior members. Additionally, the washrooms for the Harbour View and Creek View dining areas had been renovated. The club plans to enhance its member offerings further with the new swimming pool building facility with additional facilities including a pool room. Please like, comment and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos.